decided to just start making a video about it instead, and maybe this will help multiple people. Maybe it won't. It's just our opinion, like I said, and it's our opinion on whatever they had posted. We're not. We typically will not share with you who posted it, um, but we will read exactly what they posted. Is that right, Filipino with attitude?
Yes, sir.
All right. Let's get started with the first one.
All right. So here's the you cannot blame Filipinas dating outside their race. Why? Men in the Philippines are irresponsible and yet they have high beauty standard in choosing their partner. Even the man in the Philippines with no proper hygiene has a high standard. They're so picky but irresponsible men. That's why a lot of young Filipinas prefer to date foreigners than our own kind. What can you say about that?
Well, you probably got a lot to say about it since it's your own species. That's a Filipina talking about Filipinos, talking about the men of the country. So so my opinion, first thing when I heard this was, boy, she's being very generalizing all the Filipinos in the country. Now I'm sure there are Filipinos just like what she said that maybe don't have a high standard of taking care of their smelly self, but for the most part, that's not the case. Maybe they work outside in the heat or something, and for me, as long as I've lived there, most of the Filipinos I deal with day to day basis, I've never thought of them as being stinky or something like that. Now, maybe a tricycle driver that's been out driving all day, he might get a little ratchet, but they take so many baths and showers and stuff that I just don't see it being so. But I think back at what she was saying. Everybody has their opinion who they want to date, who they want to be with. Um, but I think about the Filipino men that are in our family, and I try to compare it to what she's saying. So for example, my brother-in-law, Mercy's brother, um, what a better you couldn't ask for a better guy. I mean that guy is a solid dude. I mean, I would trust him with any part of my life and my kids' life, and I mean he's just a solid man. And just like Mercy's dad, again, they both have Filipino wives, and their wives are very happy to have them as their husband and wife. And I just don't see it as being necessarily uh, you know something that she needs to date outside of the country because of that. Because there's so many great guys inside the country, her own kind, that I'm sure if she would have looked hard enough or she checked hard enough, she could have found someone. But even on my TikTok channel where I talk to people daily about getting with somebody or whatever, I mean, it's the people you're dealing with. Maybe if you weren't dealing with those clowns, you would see the good guys that are in the country as well. So stop picking the stanky ones to deal with. I don't think their beauty standards are like that high, but let's face it, there's more Filipinas than there is Filipinos. So they, even the ugly guy get a chance to get a nice looking woman. So you know,
Of course, if you you dream like, oh, you want that one. But
yeah.
if they
Well,
met,
shoot for the stars is what I always think.
that's what I think this Filipina said that they dream. But she forgot that also. She said herself. She said young Filipinas prefer to date foreigners. So what does it like? I think it's just because they're ambitious as well. What would you get if you marry a foreigner versus what would you get if you marry a Filipino? Right? You get to stay here in the Philippines or you get to venture in another country. So we're gonna go back from that start again of how about that young Filipino dream to be somewhere and dream big too. So it's just the same, like right? I mean, we're all ambitious.
not all of you, but you know what I tend to see the most of, Merce, and I'm not trying to step on nobody's toes or nothing, but it seems like the Filipina, most of them that dream about getting with the foreigner, they don't think about that until after they have a child with the Filipino man. That maybe they
They have
separated, maybe
options.
they split up, um, and they feel like the Filipino man's not going to take them and their children. They're just going to have to find somebody outside of the country to get with them. So it's like the foreigner is the second option, not the first.
Yeah, that too.
My opinion. Not trying to get slapped by no single moms or nothing.
Yeah. Like strike one. Of course, your strike two would not be the Filipino again, right? I mean, if I go to that same shoes I did, of course I won't choose because I'm already, the bus already passed by. I have to look to another country that it's not the same culture as mine, that on my age, right? So it's a broader, opinions of which kind of Filipina, their experience, how they brought up, what's their lifestyles, and what's the reason why they dream about marrying a foreigner. That's a very big, right?
Right.
Or they prefer.
Yeah. And it's okay. Everybody can have their preference, what they like. Maybe a guy like me, you think I'm attracted to Asian women or whatever. But that wasn't necessarily the case when I found you. It wasn't, I was looking for a Filipina or anything. It was,
I am the one who's looking.
Right. You were the one seeking. Honey.
Who's the...
All right. Let me find a great guy.
No, an idiot. Like, oh, it's
ouch.
I'm just joking. But I'm glad that I married, I'm grateful that I married a foreigner. There, let me tell you from my experience that foreigners are not perfect. It's not like you have a Cinderella story kind of stuff. No, it's not greener on the other side as well. You have to, it's both. It's the partnership always, right? You have to help each other, be a team. If their other is down, don't find another, right?
So back to the lady's comment. Do you agree with her that it's most Filipinas do look toward foreigners now rather than their own kind, or do you think it's just she's isolating it and
I think she based her opinion on her experience, and I respect that maybe her experience is she's not as beautiful as those. We're like ordinary. The darker you are, you're not very pretty. So that's our culture here. If you're light skinned, you're beautiful. So if that's their preference, men's preference, Filipinos preference, well, we're out of the picture. So I guess we're gonna find somebody that would appreciate us. So I agree, but not, there's always an exception to that opinion that not all of them, maybe like 90%, it's true, 10% is not.
Right. Well, thank you guys for listening to our opinions on the topic today. Hopefully you enjoyed. We're not blasting this young lady for having her opinion. Everybody has an opinion, just like everybody has a hole. So it's okay for her to feel that way. Hopefully you enjoyed this, and let us know if there's a topic or if you find something you want us to have an opinion about or express our opinion on. Just shoot it over to us, maybe a messenger or whatever. And our info is in the bio down below, or in the description box. So check us out for more of these. You guys, till next time, check out the Rileys. Bye for now. Don't forget to subscribe, follow, whatever you call it.
Damn.